So you've told a story about a privilege walk, which is just wild to hear. You had to play a role as a Scandinavian woman?
Yes, and that's another indication of how much the bureaucracy was still in control in 2018. When I got there, there should have been a session for new political appointees. There wasn't any such thing. There was nobody telling us, here's what the mission is, here's how you do it. We were kind of left to fend for ourselves. But we did have to go through the new employee orientation for career staff. And one of those things was this so-called privilege walk, where you stand in a line, you have this role, and then they read out statements like, people make bad stereotypes about me, or I have trouble getting services. And at the end, you step forward or back based on where you are. The white male is at the front, so everyone can see that he's the one with the privilege. And then everyone else is various distances behind. And this is just wrong on so many levels. I mean, for one thing, we're talking about adults here who should understand that life isn't fair and some people have more advantages than others. But it also was aimed at specifically pointing to white male privilege, which, as people who've looked at this seriously know, there's a lot of white males in this country who don't have very much privilege. You have a lot of class privilege. You also have white liberal privilege. If you're a white liberal, you can get away with a lot more and do all sorts of things you couldn't as a white conservative. But the other thing about this is it's basically intended to support left-wing politics because it's saying you are in your spot because of your circumstances. You don't really have control. It's all because somebody else is creating a bad situation for you. And so this is a abdication of personal responsibility and, of course, a reason to say, okay, well, you know what we need, since you can't take care of yourself and you're in the situation, we need the government to come in and do things.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.